being a teacher, our motto is to make them understand whatever the topic is. Okay, so
That's true.
that's why I try to teach them in bilingual method, somewhat in Bengali and somewhat in English. You know that I live in a village area, so that's why at that time also there was not any speaking environment in my side also, and there was not any speaking partner with whom I can practice. I like to ask you one thing that you look always energetic in your conversation videos, and I have noticed in many videos. So, do you remain energetic in your at your home also?
Sure. Lovely. I would love to answer this question also. If somebody is trying to start from the scratch, knowing nothing.
Earlier times, I used to focus only on grammar, and that's why I teach in my school grammar writing part. Okay, well, that's why I was not able in earlier times to speak properly. I belong to Santal community. Okay,
Okay.
so I feel very proud and got motivated from Jadu Kisku, and I thought that why shouldn't I speak English? Okay,
Good
so
evening.
good
Very good
evening.
evening.
Very
tell me,
good
tell
evening.
me about yourself. How was your day?
It's fantastic.
Okay. So I know that we both are meeting for the very first time. So neither you know me very well, nor I know you very well. So let's take the honor of introducing each other. So I would be happy if you introduce yourself first.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for giving me this beautiful chance to talk to you. And this is Bablu Kisku. I hail from Hooghly, West Bengal. As far as my qualification is concerned, I have accomplished masters in English literature. And if I talk about my interest, I love to play cricket, football, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And by profession, I'm a school teacher, and simultaneously, I'm running a YouTube channel which name is English with Bablu, where I upload English related conversational video. So that's all about me, and thank you for asking.
Okay, lovely, lovely to know about you that you are a teacher and you also run your own channel.
Yes, I'm very curious to know
Yes,
about you.
yes, I am Manju Mishra and I am connecting with you from Lucknow, the capital city of Uttar Pradesh. I also was a teacher teaching in school for 32 years, but now I'm a retired teacher. I got retired in the year 2022. So you can say that for past 2 years I have been retired, and after retirement I started my YouTube channel at the wrong time actually because after retirement it's very difficult to understand technical things, but still to make myself busy and engaged I wanted to do something. I started my YouTube channel. As far as my educational qualification is concerned, I have also completed my masters. I did my NTT B.Ed and then I started teaching. So, and I have a very small family, my husband, my two children, and me. So we are four. And my both kids are settled. They are working children. My daughter is married. And now after retirement, I'm taking online classes. So I make myself busy taking online classes. My channel's name is Grammar with Manjumam. And if you
Okay.
talk about my interest, so I had quite many hobbies, but these days I can say that having conversation with different people, making myself engaged and somewhere running my YouTube channel, and yes, taking online classes. But my passion is to keep my garden neat and clean. I love gardening. This is in short about me.
Okay, so great to hear about yourself. And
Yes.
before going ahead our conversation, I must say that I have subscribed your channel long days ago.
Thank
Okay.
you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure that you felt like subscribing to my channel because it hardly happens that we watch so many channels. But when it comes to subscribe, we think 10 times how many channels are we going to subscribe actually, isn't it? But subscribing doesn't cost anything. So if you subscribe my channel or I subscribe your channel and it gives a motivation or boost to each other, so that's fantastic. We should support each other. That's how we can grow. isn't
It's
it?
not
So
only the case of supporting, ma'am, because the content which the content you gave or uploaded in your channel, so it's very good for all the learners, even for the teachers also. That's I felt. Okay.
actually, if you talk about my channel, so my purpose behind starting my channel was the same. It was not to gain more and more subscribers. It was not my aim or goal to have more of views. Rather, I wanted to share my experience and knowledge. If that can be helpful for upcoming teachers or a certain strategy to deal in the classroom situation, because today's time is quite different from my time. So when I was a student, I experienced different things. When I became teacher, I had students in my classroom. I experienced a different scenario in the classroom. So how to deal in all the situations, because the time and the rules and the laws, everything is different now. You cannot beat a child. You cannot scold a child. You cannot give any harsh statement in the classroom, but still you have to become the best teacher in the class. Yes. So
Right.
how it is manageable, how it is possible being a teacher? Because we are human being, isn't it? So plus minus is always there. It's a combination of no, like happiness. Sometimes we get angry also, but we have to have control on our emotions. How is it possible? Yes, so
And
that
once
was only
again,
my reason to create my channel. Okay.
ma'am, thank you very much for having me in your channel. So it's my pleasure.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Bablu, your name is Bablu, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. So it's my pleasure that you approached me and I was able to give some time, because I have again my class at 8. Okay, but I thought that at least for 20 minutes we can have a
Okay.
session. Yes. Okay, so tell me about your teaching profession. Which subject do you teach? Or how are you finding it? Are you really interested and you are happy with your teaching methodology, or you want to enhance or upskill your teaching style?
Yes, ma'am.
Please share it.
Absolutely, ma'am. So my subject is English, as I have completed masters in English literature. So that's why I teach English in my school. I take classes from 5 to 10,
Great.
and basically classes from 5 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier times, I used to focus only on grammar, and that's why I teach in my school grammar writing part. Okay, well, that's why I was not able in earlier times to speak properly. But 5 months back, I just watched, stumble upon Jadu Kisku's video. You might have heard the Jadu Kisku.
I had a
So
conversation with him too.
I watched his video, and from that video, I got motivated a lot. Okay, because Jadu Kisku belongs to same community which I am. I belong to Santal community. Okay,
Okay, okay.
so I feel very proud and got motivated from Jadu Kisku, and I thought that why shouldn't I speak English? Okay,
Very.
because I can speak a little bit, but I was not so much confident. I was not so much confident to speak properly in
Mm-hmm.
a spontaneous way. That's why I thought that I should work on my speaking skill, and I just started this speaking journey 5 months ago. And since then, I have been practicing nowadays, and on a daily basis, I have been practicing. And I didn't have idea of the Skype application also, but after
Okay.
watching those videos, I got to learn this application, and then I just installed this application. And from this application, I got so many learners, teachers available, and try to connect each and every day. And I just keep on practicing on a daily basis. And nowadays, I am trying to teach my students in English also. But sometimes what happens that I teach in a government school, Bengali medium school, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why a little bit problem comes from the student side also, because whenever I try to teach them in English also, that time they are not used to listening in English. Okay, so that's why they always keep on saying that, sir, please tell me in Bengali also. Okay, so these
Yes.
types of problem happens, but I am trying my level best to make them understand in English, but sometimes also in Bengali. I have because being a teacher, our motto is to make them understand whatever the topic is. Okay, so
That's true.
that's why I try to teach them in bilingual method, somewhat in Bengali and somewhat in English. And this is what I am doing right now. And for practicing purpose, I am trying to connect to each and everyone on this Skype group.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great. That's great. So you are teaching in a Bengali medium school. So this is really challenging for you to
Yes.
use your English skills in the classroom situations, but still you can manage. Somewhere, if you find that your children are going blank, they are not able to understand your English when you explained certain things, then you can switch on to Bengali as well, okay? So that they understand. And for your own practice and for their benefit, you should use English in the classroom as well, because you are an English teacher. You can tell them that all the subjects are being taught in Bengali, okay, Bengali medium, but English will be taught in English medium. So yes, wherever you don't understand, you can raise your hand and I will explain that in Bengali as well. So that is
Yes.
beneficial for them, because in future they will also face the same problem what you are facing today or what many are facing today, because our native language is never ever English, isn't it? It's second language for all of us. And then we are trying to learn this language. So we have to, brush up a lot, polish
Yes.
a
Yes.
lot so that
Polish.
we can, yes, we can learn this. It's not easy to learn any different language. Although we have studied all the topics of grammar is there, the sentences when we think in Hindi, we are able to translate into English in our mind. But while speaking, you don't have time to think and then translate. So speaking is quite different from writing and reading and understanding. That
And
comes
ma'am,
by.
in my earlier times also, I had a misconception that I used to think that if I can learn grammar properly, I can speak properly. Okay, this was my, I think that biggest misconception.
No, it was
So
not misconception. It's true that if you know the rules, when you will try to speak, that time you will make lesser mistakes because
yes,
you have an idea about grammar rules. Subject verb agreement is very much there in your head. So you
yes.
will not make much of mistakes. Or if you will make mistakes, at least you will get to know that here you made mistake and then you can rectify that. So it is always an added advantage if you know grammar. Okay? But yes, speaking is compulsory, very
Yes.
important. No matter every rule is there in your mind, you have mugged up everything. But until or unless we speak, we do not get fluency,
And you
isn't
know
it?
that I live in a village area, so that's why at that time also there was not any speaking environment in my side also, and there was not any speaking partner with whom I can practice. So these kinds of problems and challenging I faced at that time also. But now today is the era of technology. Everything is at our finger hand. So
Yes, 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 very true.
that that's why we can easily grab this language with the
Very true.
help of technology. So
Yes.
I'm trying to leverage best.
And you have got the best opportunity being a teacher. You have your students, you have your colleagues, you have your staff members. Yeah, some might say that he is trying to become over smart, he is using English. Yeah, sometimes you will face these things also, but still if you have decided that I have to learn this language, I have to master this language actually, then you have to forget about everything. You just have to open your mouth in English and let your students understand you. You have to become a very good friend of your students so that they start following you. Once they will understand the sir is not going to open his mouth in Bengali, then they will also try hard to understand English.
Yes.
So initially, you are doing great that you are using both the languages, yeah, Bengali and English. So just mixed language you are using in the classroom situation, but slowly and gradually they will understand.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the sir is not going to use Bengali anymore. And then they will understand because you are the teacher of English, isn't it? Tell me that you are teaching from class 5 to class 10, 10th level. Okay,
Yes.
which level do you find interesting to teach? Although students are students, it's all interesting, but still, it's my curious question that what do you like, because you are a male teacher. If you are a female, then it's always easier. Female always, they used to say that I love to teach small kids. What is your liking? Which grade of students do you like to teach?
The students classes from 5 to 6. Okay, 5 to 6 standard students are very inquisitive. They are,
Yes.
and they are very attentive also, and we can easily handle them, tackle them to what we are trying to make them understand. We can easily make them understand, and
Mhm.
I try my level best also. Sometimes I also try to motivate them also by just like role playing activities in English. Okay, I just take this type of classes also, and they also grab this opportunity, and they also they always tell me that, sir, please tell me some storytelling activities, role playing activities. So that's why I also learned a lot from them, from my student sides also. Okay, and I also enjoyed a lot with those students also.
Yes. So today's kids, they actually enjoy activities. If you teach any topic, taking an activity, they understand it in a better way. Yes,
Yes,
and
yes,
as you said that class 5 and 6 students, they are really very innocent and they have a great belief in their teacher. Means teacher
yes,
cannot be wrong at all. Teacher
yes,
means God. Yes, but this
absolutely.
doesn't happen as you go to higher classes. They
No,
start using their own concepts, their own logic. They start judging their teachers even at
correct.
times. Yes.
Yes, yes, I have noticed. Ma'am.
Yes. So this is very right that classes 5, 6, even till 7 also, they are very innocent children. So
Yes,
it's easy to teach them. But when it comes to senior classes, you have to work lesser. You just have to give lecture and then they do or they do not do. You don't think that somewhere I am at wrong place. But if small kids, they do not understand, then we feel guilty that I could not teach them. I had to come to their level to make them understand certain topics because they are very small children. And we know that these grown-ups, they can go to coaching, they can go to YouTube channel, they can learn from various no, applications. These days
yes.
there are so many things to learn anything, any topic you see. If you don't get immediately, we start searching on Google.
Okay, ma'am. So you're fluent speaker, I must say that. So how can I be a fluent speaker like you? Please suggest me.
I'm not that great fluent speaker. I am able to speak. You can say that I'm able to speak, and you are also able to speak. Okay, you just have to practice speaking more and more. I spoke for nearly 32 years in the school. Okay, so it was a long span of time, isn't it? And
Yes.
you might have started your career few years back, isn't
No,
it?
ma'am. No, ma'am. I just started teaching 14 years back. I have been
14
teaching.
years back. So still you have to work for 14, 15 years, then you will reach to my level. And by that time you will become proficient in English. I know it. Okay. It's all about using English language in all the scenario. Okay. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are already using in your classroom situation, you are connecting with different co-learners. You have a Skype team, isn't it? Yes, I don't get time to connect with them, but yes, whenever I receive somebody's message, I feel like yes, I must give some time and I should connect with the learners. Although it is becoming very difficult to upload videos every day. Earlier, I was uploading videos every day, but these days a little bit inconsistent I am.
I like to ask you one thing that you look always energetic in your conversation videos, and I have noticed in many videos. So, do you remain energetic in your at your home also?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, that is true. Because it's not that artificially you cannot remain energetic for a long time. For some time you can manage. For 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, you can manage. But finally your nature, real nature cannot be hidden. If you are a person of taking tension, you cannot be looking happy all the time, isn't it? So I'm a kind of very satisfied and happy person, and my family is very supportive. And I was in a very good school campus, so my teachers, my management, my students, all are still very good and very kind for me. All the time they take care of me. They keep on calling me. They keep on asking, how am I doing? Is there any problem? So this is a great kind of experience that people still have concern for me. And that keeps me happy. And one message when I receive from somebody like, ma'am, I want to connect with you, that is another way to, give me energy. I feel that, yes, this world is so huge. And out of this world, if one person wants to connect with me, it means I too have some existence, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So it doesn't matter that I am of 60 or 70 or what. Age is just a number. You just have to feel that I am energetic. And I honestly tell you that I never feel that I'm very exhausted. By the end, by 10 or 10:30 p.m., I feel now rest is very important. Any more questions from your side if you have to inquire anything?
No, no, I don't have any specific question. I haven't written anything. Whatever comes to
Same here. Same here. I also just sit in front. Yeah, but I want to know about the person, whether the person is a student, is a professional, is a teacher, is a businessman. If I have an idea that whom I'm going to connect, then it becomes easy to ask questions or to correlate with your lifestyle.
And
Okay,
ma'am,
so
I'd like to know because you are also a teacher, so that's why I like to know that in my classroom situation also sometimes if any student does not pay attention to me and he is not also good at studies also. So what types of strategies do you apply to teach them? So could you please tell me about this?
very nice question. And this is a very general situation, common situation in the classroom. There are
Yes.
many those who are not very good at studies. They are disinterested in any of the topics, any of the subjects. So, and for teachers, it's a matter of you are answerable for it. Why one child fails in your subject, isn't it?
Yes.
If every child is passing, it's good. But one child fails in the class, then why? How? Why you were not able to manage? So this is very important to understand the level of that child. Where and why is he lacking interest? Why is he weak? Everyone's IQ level is not the same. So we all know it. But we all have, if some child is coming to school, it means he has that much of ability to understand. If you teach something, at least 50% he should understand, isn't it? 40% he should understand. If he is not able to understand, then you have to check why. Where is his mental level? Is he really weak, or he is ignorant about? He is not attentive in the class. If he is not attentive in the class, the best way to call the boy, give him the easiest task to do something in front of the class. Easiest task, thinking that this child will be able to perform. Okay, give him something. Like suppose you are teaching fraction in the class, you are teaching narration, active passive voice in the class. Call the boy
Yes.
and ask something related to article, something related to preposition, which you know that this child must be knowing it.
Yes.
And then if he answers, motivate him, ask the class to applaud for that boy. That motivates the children a lot. Once he will be able to answer in front of the public, in front of all the students, that will create great confidence in the child. They lack confidence. They know that I'm not good at studies, so my mother also scolds me, my father also scolds me. When it comes to my friends, they also always think that I'm somewhere lower than them, I'm somewhere lesser than them. Okay? So what is important? To build confidence in them. That is very important. How will you do it? That is, there lies your beauty being a teacher. How can you bring confidence into the child? That is very important. Okay, so make him understand. Maybe you ask 5 words starting with A. Simply you tell him, give me 5 words starting with A. Simple. Class 5 child can easily answer this and motivate that. Yes, very good. Gradually increase the level of the questions. Yeah? Go from easier to complex questions and call these kind of children in front of the class. And sometimes when principal comes on round, when principal comes on round, tell something about those children. Then they will think that I am also valuable. It's not that only monitor is being discussed. It's not only one who got 99% marks is being discussed with the principal. It's about me also. I received just 40% of marks, but I'm important for my sir, my teacher. So everybody wants to feel that importance. So that is important. Okay. Let the child feel that you are important for me. Let everybody devaluate you, but you are an asset for me because you are my student.
Okay, my last question I would like to ask you. So,
Please.
if anyone wants to learn this language from be it Bengali medium or Hindi medium, whatever else the medium is, so how to start this language? How to learn this language from the scratch? Could you please tell me about this?
Sure, sure. Lovely. I would love to answer this question also. If somebody is trying to start from the scratch, knowing nothing, it cannot happen. You have to have at least words in your mind. You need to know कि सेब को हम एप्पल कहेंगे, आना को कम कहेंगे, जाना को गो कहेंगे, इतना तो आना ही होगा, isn't it? So
Yes.
to basic knowledge of words and at least verb, very important. Okay, so we should know certain subject and certain verb. Start using just 2 words, one subject, one verb. I go, she eats, they eat, they go, they went, I went, I did not go, does not go. Okay, so start using just 2 words initially, but by opening up your mouth, by speaking up, not inside your mind. So what is important? Start speaking, make mistakes, allow yourself to make mistakes, but
Yes.
speak. And gradually, with 2 words, switch on to 3 words. Use adjective with that. Use adverb in between the sentence, like I go fast. I
Then
went. Yeah.
then we
So
could add
start increasing
phrases.
the level.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Pages and also clauses, these types of things we have to add
Yes. Yes. Then
afterwards.
conjunctions is start using
Conjunctions.
conjunctions so that you can join 2 sentences together. And then you will think, yes, I started speaking now.
I don't know.
Have faith in you. That is very important, that I can do it. I can do it. Every day in the morning you say that yes, today I am going to do it and I have all the energy, all the potential to do everything what I have targeted today. So yes, then you can do it. So that is very important, that be consistent, start speaking, don't worry about mistakes.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is what I feel. This can help.
Yes. Thank you
Because the
very much.
biggest concern of people is that if I make mistake, what will happen?
Yes, yes. This
Yes,
same
and
things happen to
mistakes
me
are the
also.
part of life.
In
Hmm?
the initial time also, I also feel these things. I also
Yes,
make sometimes lot of mixture because having a lot of knowledge of grammar is totally different,
totally
and
different from, yes, yes,
speaking is totally different. I so realize that speaking comes from speaking only.
yes.
Okay.
Speaking is all about speaking. When you will speak, different situations you will face, or maybe different people will ask different types of questions, or you will feel like asking different questions. Then you will come across many different sentence structures you will be using on your daily life. And that's how, if you will not be able to speak something, you will inquire about it, you will find it out that what it could be. And that's how anybody learns.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so lovely questions you asked. It was a lovely conversation. I loved it. Okay, thank you so much for reaching out to me and
Yeah,
being on time.
I have also learned many things, many suggestions from you also. That will be very helpful for not only me, for all the teachers, all the learners also. So that's
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because before my retirement for past 10 years, I was coordinator in my school. So I was teaching the strategies to use in the classroom situation because some new teachers, when they were freshers, they were not able to handle today's pampered kids. They were unmarried girls. So you can understand because today's kids are very pampered. Undoubtedly, you can see in your own family, you can see outside your family. But still, being a teacher, it is my responsibility to handle all varieties of children. I will not get all the time disciplined ones only. Oh, okay.
I feel
Okay.
privileged to have talked to me also.
Same here, same here. I'm also honored that you asked such lovely questions and you felt that I would be a perfect person to answer your questions. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am, I'll talk to you later also. Whenever you will feel free, I'll talk to you.
Thank
There
you.
are
Thank you
lots
so
of
much.
things I
Thank you.
have to
Thank you.
learn from you also.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye
Okay,
bye.
it's
Good night.
a lovely conversation. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.